Creating a hybrid among a copperhead, a cottonmouth, and a water moccasin, which is another name for the cottonmouth, involves crossing species within the same genus, Achistrodon. Since copperheads and cottonmouths are closely related and share a common ancestor, there is some potential, at least in controlled settings, for interbreeding, provided that reproductive barriers are overcome. Such a hybrid would inherit a mix of traits from its parent species, leading to unpredictable physical and behavioral characteristics, including its venom potency and danger level. Physically, the hybrid would likely display a combination of features from both species. The copperhead's characteristic slender body, hourglass-shaped bands, and reddish-brown coloration could blend with the broader, more robust build of the cottonmouth, which has a thicker body, darker coloration, and the distinctive white lining of its mouth, often displayed as a warning. The hybrid might have a body size somewhere between the two, perhaps more robust than a copperhead, but not quite as bulky as a cottonmouth. Its coloration could be a mosaic, perhaps a base hue of brown or reddish tones overlaid with blotches or banding reminiscent of both species. The patterning might be intermediate. It could feature the copperhead's characteristic hourglass bands, but more irregular or blotched, combined with the darker, more mottled markings from the cottonmouth. The head shape might be broader than a copperhead's, but not as wide as a cottonmouth's, with the eye size and placement reflecting a mixture of both species. The tail length and shape could lean toward the cottonmouth's semi-aquatic adaptations, perhaps with slightly webbed or flattened features if the genetic inheritance favors those traits. But overall, the hybrid would likely be a conspicuous, somewhat bulky snake, with a striking appearance that signals potential danger. Venom-wise, the hybrid's toxicity would depend heavily on which parent's venom characteristics dominate genetically. Both copperheads and cottonmouths possess potent venoms containing a mixture of hemotoxins, neurotoxins, and cytotoxins. The cottonmouth's venom is particularly powerful among North American vipers, designed to rapidly immobilize prey such as fish, amphibians, and small mammals. It contains enzymes that cause tissue destruction, bleeding, and pain, and it can be dangerous to humans, especially if untreated. Copperhead venom is generally considered less potent, with primarily hemotoxins that cause localized pain, swelling, and tissue damage, but rarely lead to serious systemic effects in healthy adults. However, some bites can be severe, especially in sensitive individuals, or if not promptly treated. The venom contains enzymes that disrupt blood clotting and cause necrosis in affected tissues. In a hybrid scenario, the venom profile could be an intermediate or a combination of both. It might produce a venom that is more potent than a copperhead's, but less aggressive than a pure cottonmouth's, perhaps with a mixture of hemotoxins that cause significant tissue damage and bleeding. Such a snake might deliver a bite that results in intense pain, swelling, and necrosis, with the potential for systemic effects depending on the venom concentration and individual susceptibility. The danger posed by this hybrid would be significant, especially if it inherited the cottonmouth's more aggressive defensive behaviors and its more powerful venom. Its size and strength would further increase the risk, making it capable of inflicting serious injuries if threatened. The venom's composition could lead to complications such as extensive tissue necrosis, secondary infections, and in rare cases systemic hemorrhaging or other severe reactions. The hybrid's behavior could also influence danger levels. If it inherited cottonmouth tendencies, it might be more prone to defensive strikes, whereas if it leaned toward the copperhead side, it might rely more on concealment and warning displays. Behaviorally, the hybrid could inherit a combination of temperaments. The cottonmouth is known for its aggressive stance, often displaying threat behaviors like gaping, hissing, and striking when disturbed. Copperheads are generally more docile and rely on camouflage, but they can bite if provoked. The hybrid might exhibit intermediate or unpredictable behavior, sometimes defensive and aggressive, other times more reserved. Its propensity to bite would influence how dangerous it is to humans and animals. Ecologically, the hybrid's habitat preferences might also be a mixture. It could be semi-aquatic like the cottonmouth, thriving in swampy, marshy or riparian environments, but also capable of living in drier, terrestrial habitats favored by the copperhead. Its diet would likely include amphibians, fish, small mammals and insects, depending on its habitat and physical abilities. Its size and venom would determine how effectively it could hunt and defend itself. In terms of real-world implications, such a hybrid would be considered highly dangerous, especially if it inherited the cottonmouth's potent venom and aggressive defense behaviors. Its bites could lead to severe injury or even death if not treated promptly. Medical treatment would require anti-venom specific to cottonmouth venom, as well as supportive care for tissue necrosis and systemic effects. The hybrid's appearance and behavior would likely serve as warning signals, but accidental encounters could be serious. It's important to note that in natural settings, hybridization between these species is rare due to ecological, behavioral, and reproductive barriers. They tend to occupy different habitats, have different activity patterns, and may have incompatible reproductive timing or physiology. However, in captivity, or areas where habitat overlap occurs due to human activity, hybrids could potentially be produced, providing insight into venom evolution, genetic inheritance, and ecological adaptability. In conclusion, a hybrid between a copperhead and a cottonmouth would be potentially very dangerous. Its physical appearance would be a striking combination of features from both parents, probably a robust, patterned snake with a warning coloration and a broad head. The venom would likely be an intermediate but still highly toxic mixture capable of causing significant tissue destruction, pain, and systemic effects. Its behavior could range from defensive to aggressive, further increasing the risk of bites. Such a hybrid would pose a serious health hazard to humans and animals, especially if it inherited the cottonmouth's potent venom and propensity for striking. From a conservation and ecological perspective, the existence of such hybrids could influence local snake populations, gene flow, and species boundaries, highlighting the complex interplay of genetics, ecology, and evolution within venomous snake species.